Okay, so you have an adorable Yorkie Poo who thinks your entire house is one big puppy pad. If that sounds familiar, you are in exactly the right place. We're about to break down a super simple, stress-free plan to get this sorted out. Let's jump right in.
First things first, just take a deep breath. I promise you, you are not the only one going through this. Yorkie Poos are brilliant little dogs, for sure, but they can have a stubborn streak when it comes to potty training. But the good news? There's a method to the madness, and we're going to walk through it together step by step.
All right, so before we get into the how-to, we really need to understand the why. This isn't about your puppy being naughty or defiant. It's all about getting inside their head and seeing the world from their, much lower perspective.
So what's really going on here? Well, it pretty much boils down to two things: biology and psychology. First, the obvious one. They're tiny dogs. That means they have tiny bladders, and they physically just can't hold it as long as a bigger dog. And second, they are creatures of habit. They crave a predictable routine. When their day feels random, that's when you get those little oops moments.
And this right here, this sums it all up perfectly. On one side, you've got confusion, a random schedule, no clear signals. That just leads to accidents. But on the other side, you have clarity. A strict, predictable routine is what gives them the aha moment. Our entire goal is to eliminate the confusion and create that clarity. Honestly, consistency is the most powerful tool you have.
So how do we actually build that consistency? Well, luckily there's a blueprint for that. Let's break it down into a really simple 4-step plan that you can literally start the second this is over.
And here it is. That's the whole game plan. Schedule, spot, cue, and celebrate. That's it. Each one of these steps builds on the last, creating a super clear communication system between you and your pup. Think of this as your roadmap to a clean floor.
Okay, step 1, the schedule. And, this has to be non-negotiable. Think of these times as the 5 most important moments in their day. You take them out the second they wake up in the morning, right after they eat, the moment they wake up from a nap, immediately after a fun play session, and one last time right before everyone goes to bed. That rhythm is what they'll learn to rely on.
Step 2 is all about location, location, location. You need to pick one spot outside to be the official bathroom and stick to it every single time. See, dogs learn a ton through scent, so when you keep taking them back to that same patch of grass, their brain starts to connect the dots. Oh, right, this is the spot where I'm supposed to go.
Now for step 3, the magic words. Pick a simple phrase, something like "go potty" or "hurry up," and just say it calmly every time you take them to their spot. It might feel silly at first, but trust me, over time, they build this powerful association between your words and what you want them to do. It's a game changer.
And now, for what might be the most critical step of all. The instant, and I mean the very second, your puppy finishes doing their business in the right spot, you throw a party. I'm talking treats, a super happy voice. "Good boy! Yes, so good!" Make a huge deal out of it. It's that positive reinforcement that really locks in the lesson. They learn that going potty outside makes amazing things happen. Okay, let's have a quick reality check. Because the road to a perfectly trained dog is, well, it's never a straight line. Accidents are gonna happen. They just are. And knowing how to handle them the right way is just as important as the training itself.
So if you only remember one thing from this entire explainer, please let it be this: never, ever, ever punish your dog for having an accident.
And here's why that's so important. When you punish a puppy for an accident, you're not teaching them where to go, you're just teaching them to be afraid of you. It makes them scared to go to the bathroom when you're around, which, as you can imagine, just creates a whole mess of fear and confusion. And it completely sabotages all the hard work you've been doing.
So what should you do instead? It's really simple. 1, just clean it up calmly. No big sighs, no yelling, just clean it. 2, until they're 100% reliable, you have to limit their freedom a little bit. A crate or a playpen is your best friend here because dogs naturally don't want to soil their own little space. And 3, you just get right back on the schedule like nothing happened.
All right, let's zoom out and look at the big picture for a second. This whole process, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Your attitude is everything. So let's look at what this journey actually looks like over time.
Look, progress takes time. On day 1, you're just laying the foundation. By the end of the first week, you should start seeing fewer accents. It's a win. By week 3, that consistency really starts to click and becomes second nature for them. And look, some dogs get it in a week, some take a month or more.
The exact timeline doesn't matter nearly as much as seeing that positive trend.
To really, when you boil it all down, it comes back to this one simple truth. The magic ingredients are your consistency and your positivity. When you show up with both of those every single day, you're building the trust and the clear communication that leads to a happy and fully trained dog. And that kind of brings us to the final thought here. The schedule, the spot, the cue word, all of that stuff, those are just the tools. The real secret sauce, the final piece of the puzzle that makes it all click together, is you. So the real question is your consistency ready to be that final piece?